Get in here, baby. Let me tell you this. One of the best things you can do is learn to interpret mixed signals as a no. If somebody, especially men, okay, or even masculine energy women, anyone who's masculine energy, right? If they are giving you mixed signals, if you're confused by their feelings towards you, like, I can't place it. Seems like one day they like me, one day they don't. One day they touching me, one day they not. One day they getting close to me, one day they not. One day they giving me the girlfriend treatment, one day they giving me the friend treatment. If you're getting mixed signals, it is a no. It means he doesn't want you, baby. I know that this, for some of y'all, is really going to rock your world and make you be like, oh my God, no, blah, 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 because I'm breaking your fantasy. But I'm going to tell you this right now. The quicker you can break up with your fantasy about somebody, the quicker you can leave yourself open to grab hold of somebody who's actually going to give you such clear, discernible signals and signs that they want you, that you literally will have no way to question or guess. So get in here, click like and click share. And we're going to have this quick conversation. I see a question here that pertains to this topic, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into answering it. She says, so should you ask or should you close the gap? So here's the thing, okay? I don't feel the need to ask in a lot of cases, because I think that when we ask people, what we're doing is we're second guessing against our own discernment, our own intuition. You know what it feels like when someone likes you. And I know that different people show it differently. It's washing condition day, so my hair is actually really wet right now. But just so, in case y'all ask, I'm not going into talking about it. So anyway, so you know what it feels like when someone likes you. You know what it feels like. They will be consistent in communicating with you. Now, that doesn't mean that their version of consistency looks like your version of consistency, because people have different lifestyles and different approaches to things. So their version of consistency, your version of consistent communication could be that you can text them all day, every day. Their version of consistent may mean that, they can hit you up before work, after work, whatever it may be. But whatever they're doing, whatever their timing and tempo is relatively consistent. This person is actually expressive to you about how they feel about you. Okay? They can say, I like you. I want to be around you. I enjoy you in some capacity, right? This person goes out of their way to make it known to you that they like you. So at the end of the day, they don't want you to have to guess. They don't want you to have to wonder. So my thing is, when you go to somebody and have to ask them, how do you feel about me and everything like that? What you're doing is two things. You're setting yourself up to be lied to or manipulated. Because in a lot of cases, although people are giving you mixed signals, that doesn't mean that they don't want you in their life. It just simply means that they don't want you in the capacity that allows them to show up consistently for you. They don't want to have to be responsible to do that, right? And so with that understood, because if they didn't want you at all, right, that's why we call it mixed signals, because it's a mixture of things. So a part of the signals may be that I want you around. If they didn't want you at all, they would find a way to remove you from their life. They'd ghost you, they'd stop talking to you, or they just end everything with you. And so they're getting something out of this arrangement from you still being available to them, right? And so with that understood, if you go to them and say, hey, I'm noticing mixed signals and so on and so forth, what do you think they're going to tell you? Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm completely confused about how I feel about you. And I'm just on an emotional up and down. Yeah, I'm on an emotional up and down. And, who knows where it's going to land. And, in fact, what's confusing me most is there's this other person that I spend a lot of time with. You don't know I spend a lot of time with them. You think I'm busy. But no, I spend a lot of time with them. We text a lot and everything like that. And I think I could have a future with them too. So I'm kind of keeping you at bay. Just to keep you around, because you seem like a nice person. Just in case it doesn't work out over there. Because here's the thing. They're giving me mixed signals. Can you believe it? I'm chasing over there. You're chasing me. But here's the thing. If they tell me to stop chasing and they don't want me, I got to turn around and catch you. You see where I'm going with that? It's not your business why they're giving you mixed signals. The only thing that matters is that they're not giving you what you want right now. Life is too short, time is too precious for you to sit up here and try to negotiate with someone around how to meet your needs and how to be there for you. Right? And so with that understood, when it comes, I'm sorry, and if you don't have my book already, it's my best-selling book, Get the You Know What Out of Your Own Way, a guide to letting go of the stuff that's holding you back. You can click the link that's directly above or below this video, or the link that's on my Instagram, Facebook, YouTube page, whatever. Go there, or MJ Harris Speaks. It's a book about setting yourself free from the habits, the mindsets, and the relationship patterns that keep us from living our best life. And so when it comes to this kind of thing, the only clarity you need is how you're going to move on. We don't go to people for closure or for clarity who don't give us clarity in the first place. That's like expecting blood from a stone. If they didn't have the capacity, it's hot as I don't know what in here. Let me get my little. Let me cut the air on, y'all. It's hot. It's hot. Hold on. Okay. If they already were not clear with you in the first place about their feelings, more than likely they don't know their feelings. Because when a man is clear about something, he can communicate it. I'm going to say that again. When a man is clear about something, he will communicate it. So if he can't communicate it, that means he's not clear on his feelings, or he lacks the emotional maturity to communicate that he's not clear on his feelings. Either way it goes, he's not the one for you right now. Right? There's not enough time in the world for you to wait for a man to mature enough to be able to tell you how he feels about you. If he's clear about what he wants, he will tell you or show you in a clear, discernible way. And therefore, when you go to him and ask him, what's what are we, where are we going? You're setting yourself up to be manipulated. I'm going to take a step further within this whole thing. People who give you mixed signals are usually within their own form of personal conflict. I would venture to say that probably, and this is my opinion, probably 80% of them are in their own personal conflict, their own personal confusion. They have commitment issues, abandonment issues, you name it, they got it, right? And so with that said, their concern is not about attaching to you in most cases. Their concern is about, I don't want to attach to anything right now. You think that they're giving you mixed signals because they with somebody else. Baby, they could be with other people, but even if they get that other person, they're still going to do the exact same thing to them that they're doing to you. They did not choose you to confuse you. This is just who they are, and you happen to be the person in their life right now who's tolerating it. They have deep issues. Human beings, by and large, like clarity. That's why we like titles. That's why we like boundaries. That's why we like to know what's what and what's where. That's just human nature. We like to know where the guardrails are. We like to know who's who, right? That's why we jump to assumptions so quickly about each other, because it's human nature. You have to think about it on a primal level. The best way that we can protect ourselves in a society of almost 8 billion people is that we have to make quick judgments about people. We have to, right? People say, I don't judge, you're a liar, right? We all have to make judgments. The question is, do you let those judgments guide how you deal with people? But nonetheless, we have to make judgments, right? And so with that said, it's human nature to be very clear, very quick about who we want around, who we don't want around. I like you, I don't like you. I deal with you, I don't deal with you. I don't trust you. Something about your vibe, right? So for a human being, a grown adult, to be walking around, spending time, energy, and emotions with somebody else, but yet it's not clear how they feel about that person, or for that matter, what they say they feel about you varies from time to time. In one sentence or one setting, they're saying, I feel this way about you. In the other sentence or setting, they're saying, I feel this way about you. That is a clear indicator that this person is probably dealing with some deeper conflict within them that impedes on their ability not just to have a healthy relationship with you, but to also have healthy relationships with other people. Because it is human nature to seek clarity, right? They don't need your conversation. They need a counselor. They need to work through that stuff, but that's not your problem. What you have to focus on is, why are you holding on to someone who is leaving you in a lurch? Why are you holding on to someone who you got to question who they are, what they are, and how they feel about you? Why don't you believe that you deserve better? And let's talk about you for a minute, because that's why I'm on here. Why don't you believe that you deserve better? Why do you believe that you deserve a person where you have to sit around and wonder if they will call you, wonder if they will text you, wonder what they mean about their feelings, wonder if what they said yesterday, do they still mean that today? Because they have a consistent pattern of changing up how they feel about you. Wondering if their feelings that they show you are authentic or simply there to manipulate you into giving them what you want right now, giving them what they want right now from you. You deserve better than this. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Some of y'all hold on to people who are not clear with you because of the fact that you don't want to be single. You don't want to be alone. Or in a lot of cases, it's because you want the fantasy. You've attached yourself to the fantasy of what this relationship could become. Right? Who this person may become. But I want to share this with you right now. Okay? You're already alone. If you're dealing with someone who's giving you mixed signals, you're already alone. You're already alone. You're not in a relationship with that person. Even if it has a title, you're not in a relationship with that person. You are in some form of an emotional enmeshment where their trauma and their stuff is attached into your trauma and your stuff. Because it's trauma and unresolved stuff that's causing them to show up in this way that's harmful and hurtful to you. And it's trauma and unresolved stuff that's allowing you to sit here and tolerate it and nurture it. It's literally this. It's like you got a poisonous plant and you watering it. Like, oh, let me water this. I know you're confused. Let me water this. Let me water this. That's your stuff. That's your stuff. So what you got to understand is this. You're not in a relationship with them right now. You're not in a situation with them right now. What you are is in a relationship with your unresolved trauma. And the quicker you can resolve that and start working through that and owning that, then the quicker you can let go of these types of people and your pattern of dealing with this type of stuff. Because I'm sure that if you're dealing with someone who's giving you mixed signals, this ain't the first time, baby. And it won't be the last time if you don't work through this. Right? So the quicker you can start to work through and resolve that, right? And accept the fact that, oh, it's not that I'm really attracted to you. I'm about to blow your mind. It's not that you're really attracted to them. You're attracted to chasing people. It's not that I really want you. It's that probably at some early point in my life, right? I'm talking for you, baby, because I've been you, okay? At some early point in my life, in some early point in your life, you probably experienced love in a way from a key figure within your life or key figures in your life, rather it was directed towards you or you simply observed it within your environment that showed you that love was something that you had to work for. Shows you that love was something that was inconsistent. Shows you that love was something that came riddled with pain. Maybe you watched a parent constantly over-functioning to get their spouse to stay or their spouse to love them. Sure, daddy was home every day. Sure, he helped pay the bill. Sure, he was a good dad. But did mama have to overwork for daddy's affection? If you really look back on it, did daddy really look like he liked mama as much as mama liked him? Or vice versa? Because we're not trying to just pin this on the men, right? You had a whole lot of men who were over-functioning for women. Or let's take it to your parental roles, right? Because you learn to over-function and chase love somewhere, baby. You're not doing it because it's fun. You're doing it because it's habitual, okay? Understand that. Did you have a parent who emotionally was completely unavailable? So you had to over-function to get their love or their attention. And if not a parent, maybe a key parental figure. Because see, at one point in your life, if that sounds like your story, at one point in your life, that key person in your life who was supposed to give you affirmation, love, support, whatever it looked like, maybe they were just dealing with their own stuff. I don't think that people purposely decide that they're going to be emotionally unavailable to you, but that still doesn't change the impact of it, right? That you learn very early on that I have to over-function to be loved. That I have to work hard to be loved. That it's okay for someone to give me mixed signals. It's okay. And that's why you continue to do it today. That's why you tolerate it. That's why you make excuses for it. That's why you literally are attracted to people who do this. Because here's the thing. If you weren't attracted to it, you'd be repulsed by it. There's no middle ground when it comes to matters of the heart. You either love it or you hate it. When you believe you deserve better, right? When you believe you deserve better, listen to me. When you know that you deserve better, you won't tolerate nothing, not for a day, not for a second, not for an hour. You won't tolerate nothing that's less than what you deserve. The minute that they show you a sign that they can't love you the way you deserve to be loved, the way you know you deserve to be loved, baby, you running for the hills. People going to say to you, oh my gosh, she runs so fast. Why are you so dismissive? It's because she knows what she deserves. The most dismissive people on this earth are not people who don't have a heart. They are people who've been through enough to learn what they deserve, and now they enforce it. They don't accept your excuses. They don't. They don't accept your excuses. Honey, I don't accept your excuses. Baby, I was Miss Doormat. I was Polly People Pleaser. Okay? I would take your mixed signals. I can love the mixed signals out of you, baby. It's just because you don't know your worth and you don't know my worth enough. Because if I love you the right way, if I treat you the right way, if I lay this good loving on you the right way, then bam, you're going to fall in love with me. No, they won't fall in love with you. They'll get attached to you for a time. How could they not? You're treating them good, you're loving them good, you're doing all this other stuff good. They get attached to you, and then you think that somehow or another you overfunction yet again, and now this person is in your corner, you got what you wanted. So that then validates in your mind, when I overfunction, I get what I want. But the truth of the matter is you didn't get what you want. Because eventually, after the appeal and the infatuation of all the goodness that you bring to the table wears off, and they have to still deal with themselves about the fact that they're not ready for love, and for that matter, not ready to love you at the same level that you love them, because it needs to be equal, right? It needs to be equal, right? Once they come to that realization, then they're going to pull away, slowly but surely within the relationship, leaving you confused, leaving you wondering, leaving you feel like something like that you did something wrong, questioning yourself. What did I do? Is there something wrong with me? Am I in the wrong? Why doesn't he love me? Why is he pulling back? Why isn't he initiating? Why is it that when I bring my issues to him, he doesn't care? He used to be there for me. No, baby, he wasn't. You just overfunctioned enough to basically hypnotize him into being with you. And then after he came to his senses, he started pulling away again and showed you exactly who he was. Right? It's hot. I cut the air on, but the window's open. So you see where I'm going with this? Honey, it's hot, but I love it. 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 You see where I'm going with that? Hold on, I got a towel right here. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Okay? Ooh, it's hot. It's wash day, so I got out the shower. I'm putting right here. But no, listen to me when I tell you this. You deserve a love that you don't have to be confused by. You deserve a love that you don't have to question. You deserve a love, and I don't care even if it's just casual. I don't care even if it's just casual. Define casual however you want to call it. You deserve to have your feelings requited, meaning to get back what you give to them. Anytime you're in a relationship and you find that you are doing more than them, in totality, not, oh my God, I text him more than he texts me. But girl, does he show up for you in other ways that you know what I'm saying? Does it balance out in the end? So when you look at the relationship in totality, if you feel like you are clearly doing more than them, then you probably are. And you say, but how do I know? How do I know? How do I know? Because some of y'all like to second guess yourself, not because you don't really know what's going on, but because you don't like the answer to the question. So you feign confusion. How do I know? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. Just because you don't want to really own what's really happened. Okay, fine. Let's take it a step further, okay? Because you know I got you, baby, okay? In fact, if you need a one-on-one, click link on my Instagram page. You can schedule a one-on-one with me, okay? They happen virtually, all right? So location is not an issue, all right? If you're not sure if you're over-functioning within this dynamic, this relationship, whatever it may be, here's a great way to figure it out. Do you have a history of over-functioning? Do you have a history of ignoring mixed signals? Do you have a history of giving time and energy to people who give you confusion? Oh, you do? Okay. So since you have a history of doing it, maybe even not romantically, right? Maybe it shows up in other areas as well. Maybe you got some friends who 1 minute they up, 1 minute they down, 1 minute they treat you good, 1 minute they don't. You tolerate that? Maybe you got some relatives who are the same way. Maybe you allow that within your workplace in terms of how people treat you. Do you have a history of allowing people to keep access to you who are emotionally inconsistent with you? Or you do? Then more than likely, the situation right now that you're dealing with that you're confused about, it's the same thing. As humans, we operate based on habit. Habitually, we operate based on habit, right? That's why it's so important that we change our habits, because once we change our habits, we change our trajectory. So if you have a history of allowing people to remain in your life who are inconsistent emotionally with you, then more than likely this situation you're questioning, does he like me? Does he not? It's the same thing here. You didn't step out of your pattern because you haven't grown to that point yet. Right? You haven't grown to that point yet. What therapy have you done? How are you showing up differently for yourself? Be honest with yourself. If you haven't, then it's the same thing, and that's okay to own it. But what's not okay is to continue doing the same thing. But I don't want to let them go. I don't want to let them go. I like them. They're so amazing. I thought we'd have a future together. Girl, you don't want that man. You don't want that woman. You don't want that whoever. You don't want them. Because who you believe you're in love with is not even who they are. You've created a fantasy within your mind. And that fantasy in your mind is a projection of who you like them to become, not actually who they are. Because if you actually looked at them in their totality of who they actually are today, you wouldn't want them. Think about this, okay? You're like, he's such a good man. He's so supportive of me. He shows up for me. He does this, he does that. Girl, he ain't that supportive of you. It's that he's so inconsistent and deprives you so much of necessary emotions and deprives you of so much of necessary consistency and emotional safety that when he does one good thing, you then overemphasize it within your mind to believe that somehow or another he's an amazing man. And therefore that gives you the fuel to be able to focus on that thing while he continues to deprive you in the meantime until he gives you another re-up. You see what I'm saying? Because if you thought about it in its totality of who he actually is, you wouldn't want him. Let's give an example, right? I remember years ago I was in love with this man. I take that back. I thought I was in love with him, right? I enjoyed my time with him. I enjoyed the fantasy of who I thought he was going to be, right? Does this sound familiar to you? Doesn't matter if you're male, female, what your orientation is. Does this sound familiar to you? Okay. I remember one day he had done something that really had hurt me. I mean, it really, really, really hurt me, right? I think I found out that he was going out with someone else. I don't remember what it was. And I remember I had to sit with my feelings at that point in time. Because I had to own the fact that, oh my gosh, these mixed signals actually meant something. And I thought to myself, would I really want him if this, do I really want him or do I want the fantasy of him? And I sat down and I actually did this. I got a sheet of paper out. And I wrote on it I wrote on two sides of the sheet, right? So I divided it in half, right? Like drew a line down the page. On one side, I wrote out, independent of him, I wrote out, what are all the traits that I want in a man? What are all the traits that I want in a man? Think about this. I don't care if you're male, female, gay, straight, doesn't matter. What are all the traits that you want in a partner? All the traits. Go to the fullest extent. Write out everything. But most importantly, make sure you include the emotional traits too. It's not just about how much money they got, how much this, whatever. That's important, but emotional traits, consistency, love, reliability, whatever it may be. And then on the other side of the sheet, you know what I did? I wrote out what were the things I was experiencing from him. Inconsistency, confusion. And when I really wrote it out, what I thought and what I got to see was, wow, this man does not have really any of the traits that I want in a person. He may have 10% of that, which allowed me to create a narrative in my mind that he could have more, or that he could become more. Or another piece of it that I had to recognize for myself was that some of the traits that I wrote on my list that I wanted in a partner, I saw those traits in him. Maybe it was towards how he talked about treating other people. Maybe it was towards how I observed him deal with other parts of his life. But here's the thing. He wasn't giving me those traits. Some of y'all are attached to a partner, attached to a person, right? Who you're like, oh my God, they have these amazing traits, this, that, the other. They may be these things, but are they giving that to you consistently? Because I guarantee you this, if those traits are there, they have the capacity to give those traits to somebody consistently. Are they giving them to you? Why you got to get the crumbs when you deserve the whole bakery? Why you got to get what's left over? Here's another sign that you may be in the wrong place over functioning. This is going to blow some of y'all's mind. When they reach out to you through text, call, whatever, maybe plan a date with you if they do that, right? When they do that, do you get very excited about it? Like, when you see their number pop up on your phone, this is my phone charger, but I was going to act like this is my phone. Do you get excited about it? Like, ooh, they text me, ooh, you know what I mean? Ooh, they playing something. Ooh, they said they want to do something. I'm so excited. You get excited about that. If you do, that's a sign that there may be a severe imbalance or that there's mixed signals going on there. Let me explain why. I'm about to take you there, baby. Okay? Because that excitement is an adrenaline rush that normally comes after a period of depravity. You didn't hear from them consistently for a period of time. Now they reached out to you. Ooh, I'm excited. Are you excited to hear from them? Are you excited because you were so deprived of something from them and now you just got it? Here's what I'm going to tell you. In healthy dynamics, because things are so consistent, while you cherish each other's time and energy and emotion, you don't have to go through emotional highs when they give it to you because you already consistently get it. Blew your mind. You already consistently get it. That's a sign that you're getting mixed signals. It's because when they give you a signal that you deem to be positive, whatever that may be, right? Maybe they initiate something. Maybe they reach out to you. Maybe they plan a date. You get super excited about it. Thinking of something, oh my God, girl, he reached out to me. But if he was doing it consistently, your cortisol levels, your adrenaline, all that would not spike because you're already getting consistently. Remember what I said earlier in this? As human beings, we are conditioned to be attracted to certainty. We are conditioned to operate within patterns and within habits, and we become accustomed to it. You can get used to anything after a while. If it happens consistently, you'll get used to it. So if you are getting excited by this when it happens, then that means you're not accustomed to it because it doesn't happen consistently. Dopamine, that's the word, dopamine. It means that it's not happening consistently. And my question is this. Why would you want to be with someone who is rationing out their time, their love, their emotion, their anything with you? Why would you not want to be with someone? Well, let me rephrase it. Don't you deserve to be with someone who will consistently give you these things? So much so that while you cherish and appreciate it, you also expect it. You expect it. I'm going to share this with you, okay? From my own experience. Once you step out of the mindset of being okay with inconsistency and mixed signals, and you start to heal the parts of yourself that allowed you to be okay with that in the first place, you will then become a magnet for the type of people who will give you what you want and need consistently. And let me tell you this, the pure pleasure of how it feels to have someone who consistently gives goodness to you, love, support, affirmation, desire. The pure pleasure of how that feels, especially once it becomes your expectation. Because once it starts happening so much, you know you can rely on it like you can rely on the sun to rise in the east and set in the west. Right? The pure pleasure of that. Once you step into that, it will be so explosive. It'll be so beautiful that your only regret will be that you did not step into this place earlier. See, here's the thing. While you're sitting up here chasing dopamine highs from this person who's inconsistent with you, what you're really doing is you're wasting time and taking away clear energy that could get you to where you actually need to be faster. Because the life on the other side of this trauma that you continue to keep playing out within your mind and within your life, like going after people who are not consistent with you, the life on the other side of that, baby, it's like heaven and you living in hell right now. Girl, it feels good. It feels so good. It feels so good to know when I open my eyes, I will never have to question if this man desires me today. To know that from the moment that I open my eyes to when I go to bed, even within my dreams, there is so much evidence all around me that this man sees me as his priority. I'm the one that he desires most. I'm his only desire. And he goes out of his way to reaffirm that to me, not because I'm insecure about it, but because it brings him joy to know that I know that I'm desired by him. See, when somebody really wants you, it brings them joy to know this. Girl, let me tell you, life on this side is better. Girl, it's so good over here. I wish you could come. I wish you could come. Baby, when you come in, stick your toe in the water. It's going to be warm. You're like, oh, it's cold. I'm like, baby, it's not cold. It's warm. It's warm. Come on. Girl, I'm telling you. I'm telling you over there. I'm telling you over there where you at, you think it's good. You think it's good because you traumatized and you dealt with so much stuff that allowed you to become this person that literally, baby, you've been starved. You've been in a desert. So you think that this little piece of cracker that you chasing after, cracker like the food, right? You think that this little piece of bread that you chasing after is sufficient. But baby, what I'm telling you, there's a whole buffet over here. There's a bakery over here, right? You've been so thirsty and so parched, and you think that these little drops of water that they give you, if they got water in here, I got water in here. You think that this little something, you think that that's good, baby? Let me tell you, honey, there's an ocean over here. There's an ocean over here. There's an ocean over here. Girl, it overflows. It overflows so much that sometimes I got to say, hold on, it's too much. It's too much, but don't stop. It's too much, but don't stop. I love it, but don't stop. Woo, I'm overwhelmed, but don't stop, baby. That's why some of y'all keep on running. That's why some of y'all run away, these good men who actually want you. That's why y'all run away. That's why y'all run away. These good men who want you because you are so used to depravity that when you get more, or the idea of getting more scares you because you don't feel safe in it. You only feel safe chasing. My goodness. But girl, let me tell you what life is over here. Girl. People say to me, they say, oh, MJ, you won't tell us nothing about your dating life. You know why? Because life over here is so much better that I would never ruin it by exposing it. I'll just tell you how to get yours, but baby, we're not talking about mine, right? You said it's not in America is what I'm hearing, baby. It has nothing to do with location. There are good men who will love you wherever you are and wherever they are. It has to do with you. Because you could go to the moon, baby, but if you are operating from a broken place, you will magnetize Martians who gonna give you big signals. Okay? You can go to the bottom of the ocean floor. Okay? But if you still operate from a place of trauma where you accept mixed signals and you accept confusion and you are willing to chase a man or be with a man who doesn't truly want you in the way that you want them, baby, you will attract goddamn whales who will give you mixed signals. The problem is not the location, the problem is you. And the quicker you can accept that, the quicker you can accept that and let this stuff go, the better it'll be. But I don't want to let him go. It hurts, the idea of letting him go. Baby, no, it don't hurt to let him go. It hurts you to let go of the fantasy of who you thought this person would be. It hurts you to accept the fact that if you don't really want him, it's that your self-esteem is so low that you don't recognize you deserve better, and that's why you're tolerating less. The pain is not in what this person's doing to you. The pain is in the broken parts of you that makes you believe that this is okay. You're broken, whether this person is here or not. But here's the thing, we can be healed. We can be fixed. And I'm going to tell you the quickest path to healing is in recognizing what you're doing so that you can stop doing it. Therapy helps because therapy is a great environment to be able to recognize it. But some people may not have access to therapy. Some people may not have access to those spaces. I'm not a therapist, but this could be a great space for you to be able to actually self-actualize. Right? But once you can start to recognize what you're doing, independent if you even know why you're doing it, just can you recognize what you're doing? I chase. I accept mixed signals. Okay? We can figure out why later, but can we just accept that that's what you're doing? Okay? Then we can stop doing it. Because here's the thing. Unhealthy patterns have no power within your life once you put a spotlight on them. Once you put a spotlight on them, right? To be able to say, oh, shit, that's what I'm doing. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Oh my God, that's what I've been doing. That's what I'm doing. Oh my God. I've been doing, oh my God. And I just did it. Girl, I just texted this man. Oh my God, girl. I just did it. I spent the last 2 hours talking to my good homegirl, talking about this man who don't deserve even to be in the same space as me. Oh my God, that's what I'm doing. That's where healing starts. Just being honest with yourself about what you're doing. Because once you can be honest with yourself about what you're doing, then you can catch yourself when you're doing it. I'm going to tell you this right now. The healing may not happen overnight. It may not happen overnight. It may not happen overnight. You may find yourself in a space or in a place where even after watching this video, you catch yourself tomorrow still texting him, calling him, where he at, what you doing, why ain't you hit me? I miss you, and he ain't a bit more thinking about you, right? But at least you can catch yourself while you're doing, like, oh shoot, I'm doing it again. Because here's the thing, the first step to change is recognizing what you're doing when you look back and like, oh my God, this is what I'm doing. The next step to change is recognizing what you're doing while you're doing it. Shoot, I'm texting right now. Shoot, I'm chasing right now. Shoot, I'm sitting up at 2 o'clock in the morning wondering why he ain't called me today. You're recognizing what you're doing while you're doing it. Here's where real change comes, right? Recognizing what you do before you do it so that you won't do it. Recognizing what you're doing before you do it so you can stop yourself. Girl, I'm about to reach out to him. Girl, I'm about to try to plan a date with him. Girl, I'm about to continue to put energy into him even though he's not putting in energy into me. Let me not do that. I don't know what I'm going to do. Go for a jog. Call somebody else. I don't know. Do something. Watch TV. Go watch an MJ Harris video or read my book. But when you can recognize what you're doing before you do it, then that gives you the opportunity to not do it, and therefore you are now changing. Changing does not mean that you're not triggered to still operate in the same behavior. Changing does not mean, honey, let me tell you this, okay? We all human, right? I'm not going to say that I'm not triggered to do some of the same stuff. It took me 30 years to get, I'm almost 40 now. Took me almost 40 years to get into this mindset of allowing certain patterns within my life. So what you think you're just going to stop doing it overnight? No. But if you can recognize what you're doing or your pattern before you do it, and therefore you can stop yourself from doing it, that's when you can then change. And therefore, that's when you can start creating a better life. I have a mindset. Choose the people who choose you. That doesn't mean just choose people who like you, because there's plenty of people out here who like you, who are attracted to you, but they will still give you mixed signals and have you running around. That's such a low bar. Are they attracted to you? Girl, you're beautiful. You're a wonderful person. Of course, anybody's going to be attracted to you. Choosing people who choose you means, does this person show up for you in a clear, consistent, easily discernible way that lets you know that they desire you in the same capacity that you desire them? If you're looking for a relationship, does this person show up for you in a clear way and verbalizes it consistently that they also want one? If not, then don't choose them. You may say, but they're fun, I enjoy them. Don't choose them. Doesn't matter how they make you feel in some moments. They can't give you what you want. So ultimately, they're going to give you mixed signals, confusion, or for that matter, just waste your time. Choosing people who choose you means that unless and until it is clear that this person wants the same thing from you and is going to invest so much energy in you consistently that you never have to guess that they want you, unless or until that happens, that person doesn't deserve your time or energy. We not texting consistently. We not going on a bunch of dates. We not being grown together. You know what I mean? Until it's abundantly clear that you want me in the same way that I want you, and that we want the same things out of a relationship. You said, how do we book time with me? Click the link that's on my Instagram page. It's the link that's directly above or below this video, or the link that's directly on my Instagram page. Or if you're watching me on another platform, it's the link that's below this video, right? You can schedule a session with me. But just go to the link on my Instagram page, and you'll be able to schedule a session with me. That is my absolute prerequisite. And it's changed my life completely. I don't care all the good traits you have. You could be 6'4", look like you make your living running up and down a football field or a basketball court. You could be the finest man on earth, looking like you should be on a cover of GQ magazine, baby. You could be richer than God himself. Okay? I don't care about none of that. If it is not abundantly clear to me that you want me in the same way that I want you. If it is not abundantly clear to me that you choose me consistently, clearly, and that I never have to guess about, Because let me tell you this. I would rather take the 5'10" guy who makes good money, but he ain't rich, right? Who love me down, who don't look like a supermodel, but baby, he my model. I'd rather take him than take the archetype of what I just described previously. If that 5'10" guy who meets these other criteria loves me in abundance, treats me with respect, cares about my emotions, would never leave me in a state to have to question if he wants me or desires me. In fact, if he even sees me triggered in that way, he does something to affirm to me. Baby, you know I love you. You're so beautiful. Because that's the thing. When somebody truly cares about you and they truly want you and they truly choose you, baby, even in the moments where you might be getting triggered to question if they want you. Because we've all been through stuff, baby. You can meet a good man and still get triggered. Listen, okay? He is so attuned to you and he's so concerned with your emotional well-being that he recognizes in those moments, let me affirm you. And you will do the same for him. Because, baby, he's been through things as well. We all have. So it's my absolute prerequisite. And once I changed this, it changed my life. It changed my life. It changed my life. I see so many women on here right now. Black women, white women, Asian women, Indian women, Latin women. I see so many men on here right now. Gay men, straight men. This is not a gender discussion. This has nothing to do with orientation, race, or anything like that. This has to do with humans. As a human being, you deserve to be desired by the person that you desire. As a human being, you deserve to be in relationships that never make you question. You deserve to be in relationships that don't unnecessarily trigger you. I use the word unnecessarily because love will trigger us at times. The closer we get to anybody, the more opportunities for triggers there are. That just is what it is, but it doesn't unnecessarily trigger you. Your relationship is your safe space. Just like you would never purposely choose to live in a home where you have to question your safety there, you should never choose to be in a relationship or a situationship or in anything, even just a talking phase with someone where you have to question if they want you. Until it is certain, he should not get your time and energy, not a piece of it. And here's the other piece you got to recognize. Recognize what are the habits, what are the things that you do within your life or that someone can do for you that makes you get attached easier. For some of you all, what it makes you get attached to people so quickly before you can see if they truly are in your corner, if they truly want you, it could be just consistent communication. You don't have to get into touch and all that other stuff. It's just consistent communication for you. Anyone who you talk to regularly, if you like them, right, you can get attached to them. For some of you all, it is actual, intimacy, right? For some of you all, it's spending time together. Recognize what are the things that I do with someone that makes me feel more attached to them. And then stop doing those things with people until you know that they clearly want you. You have to manage yourself and regulate your emotions, your habits, and your patterns. You have to regulate yourself. Because here's the thing. The man who gives you all the mixed signals, the woman that leaves you confused, whoever they may be, they're simply operating in their life the way they choose to operate. They're not the problem. You can say, well, they're so inconsiderate. They should do that. No, they don't have to do anything. They don't have to want you. They don't have to give you clear communication. They don't have to do anything but be themselves. You're at fault. Because you're sitting up here consciously or in a lot of cases unconsciously, right? Continuing to do the things with them that you know makes you get attached to people. In spite of the fact that there's been no proof that this person's consistently attached to you. We have to believe people when they show us exactly who they are. But more important than anything else, believe people when they show us how they feel about us. Notice I didn't say tell us. People can tell you anything. But when they show you how they feel about you in their actions, you need to believe it, not second guess it, and you need to change your energy. And see, when you get real skilled at this, you don't have to change anything because you won't give them your energy in the first place until they show you. At this point in my life, you get absolutely no access to me when it comes to relationships or anything like that, dating, unless it's abundantly clear to me that you want me. I did a video a while ago, and I said, I will not be with a man if he's not enamored with me. Enamored? Oh my God, that sounds like this girl. You ain't been through what I've been through. You ain't been through what I've been through. You don't know what it feels like to sit up at 3 o'clock in the morning crying over a man who ain't called you in days and weeks, but then you look online and you see he posting and it look like he on a date, even though he told you he was only with you. You don't know what that feel like. Or do you? Right? Okay. You don't know what it feel like to invest months or years into a man and then only to realize that this relationship would have never functioned in the first place if it wasn't for you over-functioning, doing more of the work within it. And now that you're tired of doing more work and you're pulling back a little bit, he's not showing up. You thought that if you over-functioned for a while, eventually he would catch up. But now that he's not caught up and you're tired of over-functioning, now you see this can't function, and therefore he's pulling away from you. You don't know what that feels like. You don't know what it feels like to sit with a broken heart to your therapist, crying about why did I let this happen again? You don't know what that feels like. So since your story been better than mine, okay? Since your story been better than mine, baby, you don't have to worry about being enamored by a man. But see, when you've been through what I've been through, you need total certainty. We don't take no guessing games. Figure it out. Let's go with the flow. Let's see where it goes. I'm going to leave that for those girls over there who ain't never been through nothing. But for people like me, we need certainty. We need clarity. You don't get access to us, period, dot, end of story. Until it's so abundantly clear that you choose me that I never have to question anything. The only thing I have to question is, are we meeting at 7 or 8 for dinner? I need you enamored with me. Why? Because I know I will be enamored with you if I choose you. I know how I show up. I show up. I'm going to be enamored with you. If I truly want you girls, see, y'all not like me. Y'all not like me. Y'all not intense like me. So I'm just talking. When I choose you and I want you, baby, honey, I want you. I'm enamored with you. Everything about you, honey. Okay? Even your stinky feet when you come in from work don't bother me. Now put those shoes outside the door. Okay? But I'm like, honey, baby, go take a shower. You smell like you had a long day. I'm going to heat your plate up. When I want you, baby, you can be boo-hooing and crying. And I'm still right there for you. Come here, baby. What's going through, honey? I'm there for you through anything. You come in, baby, I had a rough day. What's going on? Everything drops, baby. What's going on? Let's talk. How you doing? Baby, when I want you, I show up for you in such a way that you will never have to guess. Baby, I will love you in a way that you've never been loved before. I will make you question everybody who came before me, because you'll say, damn, ain't nobody loved me like this. What was I doing? That's who I am. So since I know how I show up, and I know that once I show up in that way, I can't just cut that off that quick. Right? I can't just cut that off. Right? I'm going to be patient with you. I'm going to work with you. Not to accept your insufficiencies, but to accept your humanity, because I expect the same thing from you. So since I know who I am and I know how I show up, it is an absolute requirement that you be enamored with me. It's an absolute requirement. Because I know what you're going to get from me. I know exactly what you're going to get from me. Baby, that's why I tell you, if he's not enamored with you, if she's not head over heels for you, don't even go on a date. Don't even go on a date. Don't do nothing. Because if you show up like I show up, you are setting up the situation for it to be imbalanced. They will never catch up. They will never catch up. If the energy ain't equal, don't go past go. You first meet somebody, they're not really giving you that kind of energy and you like them, don't worry about it. We don't have to hang out. We got no dates. I'm good. Now they circle back a little while later and they give you the energy you deserve, then consider it. That's the price of access to you. absolute enamorment. With 8 billion people on the face of this earth, with all the options we have, why would you not want to be with somebody? Let me rephrase this. It's absolutely necessary that who you are with is somebody who's going to match your energy. Someone who's going to see you as their full focus. So with that understood, when I changed my mindset on that, baby, my life changed. It made me more capable and more comfortable with dismissing men. Saying, oh, I'm sorry, baby. No, I know we planned a date for Thursday, but I'm just not interested. I'm busy. When can we plan another one? I'll let you know. Now, why did I do that? Because he was inconsistent with me up to this point. His actions, his words, his whatever didn't show me he was really interested in me. But he may be different than you. He may operate differently. So, it's not my job to be Inspector Gadget. I'm not his mom. I'm not his therapist. I'm not his pastor. I'm not here to decipher what his feelings mean. If his feelings don't show up for me in a way that I can recognize, then we're not compatible. I don't want to spend the next 10, 15, 30 years trying to decipher this man's feelings. He could just be nonchalant. Then he should be with someone who's nonchalant. I'm not nonchalant. I'm full of passion. I'm full of passion, baby. I don't do nonchalant. I don't need. They say you know opposites attract, but they don't stay together long. I need passion. You see what I'm saying? I don't need the man who all coy, sitting across the room staring at me, ain't gonna come up and talk to me, nothing like that. Just real chill. I don't need chill, baby. Ain't nothing chill about me. Ain't nothing chill about me. Nah, baby. I'm not chill. Baby, I'm not chill. Oh my God, I'm not chill. You ain't gotta be coy with me. Baby, you can walk right up to me. Hey, how you doing? You so beautiful. Thank you. Yep, you got it. Thank you. And you handsome. For real. Baby, it's like Whitney and Bobby. You see how they just would egg each other on? That's me. So I need that. I don't need no man who's coy, who's chill, overly laid back. Nah, baby, let the passion out on me, honey. I'm your safe space. Let me know. Let me know. Are we here for love, or are we here just to play around? When I changed my mindset about that, it changed everything. Because it gave me a framework for what to look for in a partner. And what to be what's acceptable, right? It gave me a framework. If I have to guess if you want me, I'm just going to assume you don't. What you mean? I liked you. You was the one being difficult with me. You wasn't responding to me. No. Because when you would text me, girls, can you feel me on this? When you would text me, it was always just these little one-word texts. Hey, how you doing? You ain't playing no dates. When we hung out with each other, I'm a pretty girl. You ain't putting your hands on my shoulders. You ain't doing all this. I couldn't see it. I didn't know. Right? I didn't know. Right? And since I didn't know, I had to go. Well, let me say that again. Because I didn't know, I had to go. If I got to guess, I got to go. If I got a question, I got to go. If I didn't know, I got to go. I'm sorry. Why? Because you will never have to guess how I feel about you. You will never have to guess how I feel about you. Ever. So since you get the safety and the comfort of that from me, why shouldn't I get the same thing? He get to go out into the world knowing come hell or high water. I got you. I like you. I want you. I love you. Why should I get the same thing? And if my sheer presence, if your sheer presence doesn't ignite him in such a way to show you that he wants you in a clear, discernible way, girl, why would you want him? When I changed my mindset on this, changed everything. Because at this point in my life, I am I don't even want to say I'm repulsed by men who don't show me this type of emotion. I don't even see them. See, back in the day, you got to understand where I come from. Back in the day, if I came into a room, there's a bunch of guys in there, all beautiful, attractive men, with good jobs, whatever it may be, whatever I thought my criteria was, right? I would like the laid back guy, the chill guy, the guy who was looking at me, but real laid back. Oh, I like him. He laid back. That was me, right? The guy who was up in my face, hey, how you doing, beautiful? You need a seat. You need a seat. Why don't you sit here? Why don't you sit here? You come in the room, the dude who up in my face. That was when I was like, okay, thank you. Yeah, you cute, but you're doing a lot. I'm focused on him over there. Girl, what did that get me but heartache, right? Being repulsed by the one who choose me, but running towards the one who, Mr. Laid Back. Girl, no. Not anymore. When I changed my mind on that, my mindset, I can go into the same spaces. But the guy over there, Mr. So Laid Back, don't do that much. Even though he talking, it's not discernible if he like you. Literally turned off by him. Literally. The guy who will stare at me all night, literally. Will stare at me all night but won't approach me to say anything. Oh, I'm sorry, baby, no. I'm talking to him. The one who approached me. The one who went out of his way to make sure that he knew that I knew he wanted me. My mindset changed. Those type of men became invisible to me. Literally. That... Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Find somebody who's real laid back like you. I'm too passionate. How you doing? You think that I do all this work in the gym and got this pretty hair going on and got all this stuff going on my body to overwork for a man? Nah, baby. All of this is for me, primarily, but secondarily, it's to give that man who loves every fiber of my being, baby, loves me to the bottom of my foot. Okay? To give him something to inspire him to show up for me as well. Right? So why would you put energy into somebody who's not going to do that for you? When you change your mindset on this overall topic, girl, I'm telling you this right now. It's going to revolutionize your life because it's going to make you almost unattracted at all to men who don't show up for you in a passionate way. To men who are not enamored with you. You will be turned off by it. One of my friends said to me a while ago, when I was coming into this mindset, they're like, but how do you know he really doesn't like you? How do you know you're not turning away a good man? I said, he can be a good man, but he's not good for me if I can't tell if he wants me or not. He can be a good man, but he's not a good man for me if I have to guess about his feelings. He can be a good man, but he's not a good man for me if he operates at such a slow pace to being able to reveal his emotions that it leaves me guessing, wondering, and waiting. That's not good for me. Now, if you're the kind of girl who can wait months for a man to figure out if he wants you, to show up for you, to take it too slow, I got a lot going in my life, I need to take it slow. Girl, there's plenty of men out here who will do that for you. They will take you on the molasses route. You know, molasses moves real slow. They will take you down the molasses route, okay? They will go slow for you, as slow as you want to go. I'm not that girl. I'm not her. I don't aspire to be her. Never will, never want to be. I'm not her. I don't want to be her. I know what I want when I want it. Now, that doesn't mean we don't take time to get to know each other, right? Again, I'm just talking about me. I'm sure I'm very different than the rest of y'all. I'm sure about it. I'm sure about that, okay? Pray for me, okay? Don't pray that I be like you. Just pray that I stay happy as I am, okay? Because we different. It's okay, right? I know what I want when I want it. So if I know what I want when I want it, then I know you want what you want. Now, we still going to take time to get to know each other. We're not going to rush nothing. But I don't have to guess if I want you. I don't have to guess if you're the kind of person I want to dedicate some time to getting to know better. I don't have to guess if I want to get close to you. And in fact, I'm the kind of person where I got to make sure I got to keep myself in check to not go too fast. I'm that girl. I got to keep myself in check. If I want you, baby, you ain't got to rush me. You ain't got to rush me. Honey, you ain't got to rush me, okay? You know, people talking about, child, they got together, they knew each other for 6 months and was engaged. Child, I heard they got eloped in Vegas. Yeah, yeah. I'm that girl. I'm that girl. I am that girl. I'm not done that, but I'm that girl. Where I could literally like you and fall for you. And you fall for me if everything's right. Time is no issue to me. So because I know that about myself, I have to be with someone who literally will want me with the same level of intensity, right? And I also know about myself that I have to operate with someone who's emotionally mature, just like I have to operate in emotional maturity, so that even within that intensity, we don't do anything prematurely, right? So with that understood, knowing how passionate I am, knowing how passionate you are, because I'm reading the comments and some of you all are very passionate as well. Why on earth, knowing this about yourself, would you ever be with somebody who gives you mixed signals that you got to question? Your ability to love, your ability to attach, your ability to be able to connect and commit is a gift. See, all those other people out there have been so damaged by life that they can't do that. But you still can. Some of the people out here who will give you mixed signals, it's not that they don't want to love, it's that they are so affected by life and by trauma that they can't show up. The idea of committing to you, attaching to you, being consistent with you scares them because it means that they are committed to you, and commitment scares them because they are afraid of abandonment. They are afraid of hurt. They are afraid of pain. But that's not you. You're able to attach. You're able to go through everything you've been through and still show up in love. You are able to be emotionally available even when it's scary, even when you got to stumble towards it. You can still keep moving. Even when you got to crawl, you can still do it. That's a gift. That's a blessing. So why on earth would you allow yourself to be with someone who can't do the same thing? Who can't meet you where you are? You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be desired. You deserve for someone to show up for you with the same level of passion that you show up for them. You deserve a love that is so safe, so secure, so amazing, that it is your safest place on this earth. You deserve it. So if what you're in doesn't feel like that, then it doesn't deserve you. If the kind of love you've been accepting doesn't feel like that, it doesn't deserve you. If you've been tolerating less than this, we've all done it. That still doesn't mean you deserve it. It's time for you to attach to what's attaching to you, to choose who's choosing you, and to be in dating dynamics and love dynamics that fill you with security, love, comfort, confidence, assurity, joy, peace, tranquility, passion, and never fill you with anxiety and uncertainty, because that's what you deserve. Click like and click share. If you'd like to schedule a one-on-one session with me, click the link that's directly above or below this video, or the link that's on my Instagram page. If you'd like to buy my best-selling book, Get the You Know What Out of Your Own Way, A Guide to Letting Go of the Stuff That's Holding You Back, click that link as well. It's available where books are sold and can be shipped globally. And if you need life insurance, I'm in the life insurance industry, or want to learn how to sell insurance, you can click that exact same link and schedule a time to discuss life insurance or to learn how to sell insurance. You deserve to be loved, baby. I'm going to make sure this video stays up, and I'm going to post it as well on YouTube so you can watch it over there. All right, y'all. Bye.